what will inevitably happen after all of this kind of collapse is like a new rebirth. So what here's my question, based on such a conversation that I would have with my dad then, you know, why is it different now besides the
Why
fact that we were
why
able to
do we
cross?
have a show called The Great Transition?
Yeah,
That
because
basically.
there's always change. People are always fighting against each other.
Right.
Is there
Mm-hmm.
something
Mm-hmm.
unique about what's happening now? Or could we have had our own radio show 100 years ago talking
Mm-hmm.
about the Great Depression and how things are going to change and how we need to adapt to a new world? And
Yeah.
we could have had this show in 1800. We
Mm-hmm.
could have had this show in six during the like what happened right before the Renaissance? Was it the Black Plague, or there was some um oh
Yeah,
God, I
there
didn't
was
study history.
I,
There was
I
some
can't say
terrible,
exactly,
terrible
but yeah.
plague.
But
There
we've
was some
had pandemics before, that's for sure. Yeah,
before
and
the
much
Renaissance. It
worse,
wasn't.
much in terms of how deadly pandemics were. That this one is a breeze, if
It
that's
was
what you mean.
very, very hard times before the Renaissance, and then came the Renaissance, and there's art, and there's culture, and there's education, and the expansion of human possibility and what can become of my life. The Renaissance was a really big deal, and it
Yeah.
came after a really dark time. So maybe all that's happening now is the same thing. It's just the same cycle. So I'm asking you, Asaf, what is different in what's happening now than
Hmm.
what has always happened?
One thing is that the world has never been as globally interconnected as it is today. That's a fact. It did not happen before. We never, ever were connected across the globe the way that we are connected today. That is a game changer. We grew in different places and spread to different places of the planet. Even if you think, go back 4,000 years ago to the cradle of human civilization, there somewhere there in ancient Babylon, somewhere there in ancient Mesopotamia, you've had like the center of human civilization, and then we scattered and started growing and developing and evolving human society in different parts of the world. And today we are connected across the globe in so many ties, in so many threads, that it is affecting each and every aspect of human life. And we haven't reached the completion of this process yet. So this is something completely unprecedented. That means that it changes the rules of the game. Nothing is similar to what it was before. We've had pandemics. Sure,
Hold
we've
on,
had pandemics.
it's not
They
clear
were
to me.
worse.
It's not clear to me.
Right.
It's not clear to me what you're saying. What the difference
Mm-hmm.
is?
The I'll clarify the difference in a second, but
Okay.
but let's start from where your dad is absolutely right. We've had pandemics before. We've had wars before. We've had, okay, so today you have a revolution or a protest in India, and a coup in Myanmar, and in the past you've had bloody wars, and there was still opposition and other things and so on. Sure, sure. But today there is an influence from everything that's happening in some part of the world to every other place, to every other thing.
Mm.
That has never happened before. This means that while in the past you were able to, this war between one side against another side could continue, and each time, right, one side takes the lead, and the other side becomes the opposition, and then the other side wins, and then the other side wins. And that's how our politics looks like to this day, even, right? Left and right, left and right. This whole kind of struggle and conflict between two forces. Each time one overpowers the other. Essentially, you can summarize all of human history in that. What I'm saying is, today we're becoming so interlocked in every aspect of human life that you can no longer have this dynamic where one side wins against the other. You're going to discover that each side depends on the other. That you can no longer have one side winning and the other losing, because immediately, if we're connected to each other, if we're dependent on each other, when I'm winning, when I'm winning, then it has to mean that you're winning as well. When I'm losing, then I'm creating the same kind of influence that will get back to me again.